This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, authentic Muay Thai lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out.
Hey, this is Jonathan over at the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast and the RS Martial Arts Academy podcast joint combined together.
Yeah.
All right. First time. So we're here in Santa Barbara, California. Mm-hmm. I got Mr. Rico Steele and got DH in the house. We also have our audience over here on TikTok and stuff as well. We're talking a little bit just martial arts the past day and a half or so.
Yeah.
And I guess we were talking about who you guys are. So. What's your school? What do you guys teach? Where are you located? All that good stuff.
Yep, well, I'm Rico Steele, located in Junction City, Kansas. Been at my school, at my location since 2012. I'm actually in one location. I moved to a new location in 2014, but I've been open since 2012. Primarily teaching Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Mm-hmm. I teach Muay Thai. I have a coach hired to teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, that's what I do.
Sweet. And then DH, what about you?
As far as my...
This is like, yeah. So how are you guys, how did you guys end up connecting?
It's kind of, I'll try to shorten the story a little bit, but
Cliff Notes.
Yeah, Cliff Notes. I was training for semi-pro. I know that, jiu-jitsu, I have a background in jiu-jitsu and a background in wrestling, so knowing that that's the best way, some of the best ways to get in shape coupled with all the other workouts.
Yeah.
Heard about the gym, went down the road with the guy, some of his people. Went off, did my, into my semi-pro career. Heard that he was looking for me specifically.
Really?
And at first I was like,
no shit. Okay.
I was like, who's this guy? What? Who?
Why? Yeah.
What do you want? Defensive immediately, but went down or hit him up and talked. He's like, hey, can you come and watch this film? One of my MMA fighters, and asked me to be his wrestling coach, and then got into the Muay Thai thing, and I feel like we've been very successful since.
Nice. So. Hey, we got a few people in here. We got, let's see, so Lucas. We got MSK Pride Russia. Hello from Russia.
Oh, what's good?
Hello from Russia with love. There we go. Yeah, podcast episode. If you're on here and you're watching right now too, double tap the screen. That helps us get more views. So we're all small business owners here. COVID, all that stuff, still bouncing back and everything like that here in California. Definitely, if you guys double tap the screen, what that does helps boost us up in the algorithm. Mm-hmm. Hit the share button. It gets us viewed in front of more people. More people start hearing about Muay Thai, and that's why we're here. Yeah. Okay. So really awesome for anybody that's out there. If you're listening on the Discord server, shout out to the Muay Thai community Discord. If you guys haven't checked that out, we have it. It'll be in the show notes at the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast, and I can make sure you guys have the link and stuff as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we have a great question here too. So from XX Big Cho to XX.
Oh my god.
On TikTok, I read that out loud. Man. The TikTok names, man. How has martial arts changed your life? Ooh, that's a big one.
Oh, that's a big one. You want to take a stab first this time? Let me go first.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, in order to understand how I changed my life, I got to tell you a little bit of my story. So, the whole reason I got into martial arts was because I was getting bullied. I'm from Tennessee. Was living in the hood, living in the projects, and I was getting bullied, and I got tired of getting beat up and whatever. So I was like, Mom, you gotta put me in something, I can get a black belt so I can protect myself, So she had put me in a karate class, like a Hoshindo Kenpo karate class or something defunct, and I got into that. I was doing it for a little bit, and it was cool. But after I started martial arts, I actually never got into another fight again. It taught me something completely different. So. Wow. Never got in a fight again. Not an organized and sanctioned fight.
Yeah. No street fighting.
Yeah, no street fighting. So, I think it helped me to grow as a person, as an individual, like just learn to control my emotions, those sorts of things you get from martial arts. But now, as I've grown older, obviously those things have changed. You know what I mean? I'm not getting bullied anymore. I mean, I'm an adult now. You know what I mean?
If you're getting bullied, if DH is bullying you, let me know. Blink twice. Blink twice.
I give you the double wink.
Okay.
But now at this point, man, like my goal now is just to help people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My goal is to help people and help people to grow and kind of find themselves like through Muay Thai, through martial arts. Be it kids, be it adults. You know what I mean? I really want to help them to like reach and achieve their goals and show them like, hey, just because somebody's saying you can't do this doesn't mean anything. Don't listen to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't listen to the naysayers. I mean, we got to get after it. So let's just go do it. You know what I mean? That's all we can do is make it happen. I can't talk you better. I'm going to tell you this is what we're going to do, and then we just got to go do it. Like, that's it.
Exactly. Well, if you guys have any questions for Mr. Steele or anything, too, drop them here in the TikTok chat or over on the Muay Thai community Discord server. Happy to answer them for you guys.
Absolutely.
So then, DH, same question for you, man. DH, how did martial arts change your life?
I think for me, I feel like it's a lot of the same reasons that, people who have done martial arts of any kind over a long period of time, the discipline and, the self-defense and the confidence and things of that nature, you can fulfill that aggression or that competitive edge in a safe environment, where there is structure and things of that nature. But more so specifically to Muay Thai, the way I look at it is a family. And when I say family, I mean it in that sense of brothers and sisters and cousins. They fight, they argue, they bicker, but they have each other's back. Like, we can fight amongst each other. However, you ain't in on this inner circle. So if you come at us with some smoke, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I've seen competitors and Muay Thai fighters go at it. Well, I mean, either one couldn't get up off the ring when it was done, or couldn't, hold their head up, completely exhausted. But there was so much respect, and it wasn't fake respect. It wasn't fake love. It was a mutual respect amongst camps, amongst fighters, both in the ring. When you get, us being, having fighters that we train and take to competition, and all, aspects, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, MMA. So we're backstage. We see the fake. We see the genuine.
Yeah.
And so in Muay Thai, when we've gone to pure Muay Thai competitions, the respect is such a high level. We can have dinner and conversation and just chop it up.
Yeah.
With another camp, knowing that they're on our bracket, and we both want to hoist that belt or whatever the case may be, and know how to cut that off, right before competition time. And then turn it back on after, our fighters go and put everything in the ring. So that's the thing that has kind of changed my life in regard to martial arts and Muay Thai specifically.
So you guys heard it right here. I see somebody here on TikTok, Come Dog Demon. I want to start Muay Thai classes. Do it, man. Go hit up your local Muay Thai academy if you got one nearby.
For sure.
Hit him up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where's he located?
Yeah, where are you from? Maybe we can make a recommendation if we know somebody nearby you. We know people all over the world, man.
Yeah, we got a big network.
Yeah.
Big network.
Definitely can make a recommendation if you give us give me your where's your location?
Send your location.
Yeah, send me your location. You can also go jump in the Muay Thai community Discord server. If you click the link in our bio on our TikTok, it's right there. Hit join Discord. You can message more in there too. Okay. You want to learn. Do you think it's bad to kick more than punch? Because I have a great kick, but I get caught in punches. You think it's bad to kick more? No, I mean it's whatever's effective, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course you want to know what your strengths are.
So I say this to our fighters: know your strengths, train your weaknesses.
Yep.
I always say, I don't know if I heard it somewhere else. I feel like I came up with it, but there's nothing new under
No,
the sun.
it's martial arts mentality for sure.
Right, but know your strengths and train your weaknesses. So utilize what you can utilize. That is your go-to things. But in your time when you're training, know your holes, know what holes you have, and then train to
especially if your legs are messed up and you can't kick.
Precisely.
Yeah, you got to punch.
Yeah, you gotta be able to go through and utilize what you got. So
absolutely.
Going into that for you guys, what like your programs that you guys have? Is it like kids, teens? Like what's your guys' demographic that you have at your academy?
The demographic is a little different than most places. I mean, I know there's a lot of places that have it, but we're in a military town. What I mean? There's a lot of people kind of coming and going. So we have a lot of kids for sure. We do kids starting at 3 years old all the way up to probably 13, 14, and then we move them into like our adult program. Need to do a teen program, but that's coming.
Yeah.
We do we do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for kids and adults, and we do a fitness kickboxing class. You know what I mean? We used to do like a lot more, but what I've found is more is not better.
Yeah.
Better is better.
Yeah, that we're talking about that.
We just said that, didn't we?
Yeah, we talked about it, but it works. It's
so we're
true.
not doing everything. So we're doing what we're good at. We're good at Muay Thai. We're good at Jiu-Jitsu. You know what I mean? We got a world champion teaching Jiu-Jitsu. We're good at fitness kickboxing. I mean, those are the things that we're good at. So we just stick to that.
Perfect. And that's why it's like you know what you're good at. Like I was telling you, I'm like, man, we got a place that's like an MMA place literally next door. You guys are like, oh, damn.
Yeah, we saw that. I was like, what the?
Yeah, there's a jiu-jitsu school just down the block.
Somebody's petty.
Yeah. No, it's just a good location, right?
Yeah,
so I'm a fighter with long reach, lightweight, around 57 kilograms. Any tips and styles I should fight with? You're 5'10" and 57 kilograms? Well, first of all, eat a sandwich. No, I'm kidding. Okay. I'm just jealous. You're taller than me. I used to fight at 63.5 kilograms. So you're one of those tall guys I always had a hard time with.
Yeah.
So
Use your range.
Yeah, learn how to use
Use your range.
Use your range and learn how to use clinch when you're on the inside to really control that inside. Because there's a lot of tall guys that don't know how to use it and end up getting clipped with stupid overhand stuff on the inside.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be
people
tight.
want to get on the inside. We don't want to say we don't.
Yep.
I'm not staying on the outside.
No, I'm gonna be right on the inside of that kick range, right? So I hope that helps you out. Ibby the Man over on TikTok. Make sure to go check out our friends if you're on TikTok. RS Martial Arts here on TikTok. You go check out some of the videos on our feed. We're doing some stuff. I got them on TikTok, so go give them some love. They're legit martial artists. Yeah,
got us on TikTok.
Yeah, get them on. He's like, I don't have to dance, do I? Nah, he didn't say that, but we almost did a dance. Really, we did a march.
Yeah, we were close.
Yeah, close.
We were close.
Is a march a dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it could be, right?
yeah.
It could be considered, right? We were doing choreography. So for you guys, I see from D-Dog over on the Muay Thai Community Discord server, he said, what would you consider good fighting etiquette? Like what? Let's go with what bad fighting etiquette is.
It depends. As far as sanctioned fights,
Yeah.
first thing that comes to mind is not making weight.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's the biggest.
And not communicating that you're not going to make weight.
That is
wait.
so disrespectful to everyone
from
involved.
off the jump street. Jump.
You know that like a day or two out, if you're going to make weight or not.
Yeah,
Right.
you know right away.
So it's like let the promoter know.
Exactly.
Yeah, let the promoter know. That way they can be like, hey, this is what's going on. That way the other person, if they're cutting weight, they can figure out like, hey, okay, what can they make? Is this something we still want to do, or we're gonna cancel it and just not show up?
So I think that starts like first.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, and it really just kind of, I guess, depends on the level of the fight. But me, I'm really big on like not trash talking, man. We don't really trash talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't do that.
Hey, Big Show, thanks for tagging RS Martial Arts in the comments. Go check it out, guys, right there over on TikTok. Just tag us so people can find you.
Thank
you guys.
Cheers.
Yeah. So the not making weight thing is good and not trash talking. Absolutely. I think the trash talk thing, you know what's funny? You don't see it a lot in Muay Thai.
No, you don't.
The only people I've seen do it were people who weren't being given opportunities that they actually earned, like on paper. One of them, you guys know Joe Schilling?
Yeah.
That guy got the dirt end of the stick so many times, and that's why he had to start being loud and talking smack to get his fights, and it worked.
Yeah.
And he's such a cool dude.
Yeah.
He is.
It worked. Yeah, and that's why I thought it was funny. People are like, oh, he's such a jerk. But no, he had to do that because no one was giving him. I've talked about it here before. Artem Levin ducked the shit out of him for WBC stuff. So I saw that match come across the table and on some other promoters, and then it was like, oh no, I'm injured. But then he's fighting 3 weeks later on a kickboxing card in Russia. It's like, I thought you're injured. It's like, no, now I'm fighting Simon Marcus. It's like, okay, that's cool, but you're supposed to fight Joe Schilling, you know?
You're supposed to fight Joe first.
So,
I think when people, a lot of times, like, I mean, I've only seen it a handful of times, but when they get in the ring and go to touch gloves and, you know, the person wants to, like, touch and hit, you know what I mean? You see it more in amateurs. You don't see it as much in pros.
It just happened in Colorado, I think. It just happened where the guy went to go touch gloves.
Games?
No. This is an MMA fight. A guy, Eric Adams, who I was out in Mexico with, he's like, hey, look. So the guy went to go, like, you know, they didn't touch gloves, and the guy didn't really look like he was going out to go touch gloves. He looked like he was about to go out there just go fight. And the other guy was kind of like this. It's like they were trying to say that he was trying to touch gloves, another guy swung, and I was like, you gotta protect yourself all the time.
And that's the caveat, or that's kind of the catch-22 to that, because that's kind of the general rule across the board. But then the common courtesy,
gentleman's rule.
Exactly. You know, so it's kind of like.
What I tell my guys, hey, you touch gloves at the beginning of the fight if you want, and then before the end of the last round. Before the beginning of the last round, and that's it. No other times. If you hit him in the groin, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just go. Because it's like, hey, respect before begins, it ends in respect. Absolutely.
100%.
During the fight,
everything else is a fight.
It's a fight.
It's a fight. It kills me when you see people just touching gloves like
after
they
a
get a good shot
knockdown,
after a knockdown, touch it. What are you sparring? Like what?
I did that before, and that was one of the things my coaches. One of my coaches that I had. He passed away, but one of the things he said was like, he's like, hey, you give too much respect. Just touch gloves at the beginning, and before the end, begin and end with respect. I'm like, dude, I have that philosophy, so I can vibe with it.
Yep.
So I agree 100% on that. That's what we tell our team too.
Yeah.
I see another question here from HXMZX786 over on TikTok. That's quite a username. You need a username.
I love it.
Yeah, but thank you for the awesome question. Who's your favorite fighter and why? Like all time in all combat sports.
This is gonna be controversial, but go ahead.
Oh man, to see it. Okay, it's hard for me. It's gonna be hard for me to pick one. But if I have to pick one, Danny Bill.
Danny Bill? Really?
Danny Bill, that is my guy.
Yeah, well, he's done some crazy shit.
That is my guy, man. His timing, like what he did to like the Thai fighters and did to every fighter as a foreign fighter at the time. You know what I mean? Nobody was doing that.
Hey, he took fights on short notice, flew across the world, made weight, and would win.
And destroy people.
Yeah.
Destroy people. You know what I mean? And it's his timing, man. His timing is just impeccable.
And he does a lot of the shifting stances and stuff like that too, right?
He does.
Left and right,
and I'm
southpaw,
really about that. I'm really about that life. I love being able to fight from conventional, being able to fight from southpaw. Matter of fact, my 4 main instructors, our fantastic 4, they all got shirts made. I didn't even know they were doing it, but they got shirts made that said, we go both ways.
We go both ways. Because we switch it. We can fight out of southpaw.
We were talking about that earlier. It's like switch hitting in Muay Thai is different. Martial arts is different. So
I would say that Danny is like my Danny. I'd say is my favorite. My current guy I've been watching a lot right now is Babyface Savas Michael.
Oh, Michael Savas,
I love that dude.
Yeah, from Cyprus.
I love the dude. Yeah.
Talk about like, you think about Canadian fighters. A lot of the places Muay Thai was illegal, but some of the best fighters come from Canada.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck, Then you have Cyprus, this little island war-torn nation, has one of the best foreign Muay Thai fighters.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's kind of like Dagestan. It has like these crazy wrestlers that are coming out of nowhere, just destroying everybody in MMA.
Yeah.
So it's
they got their hat and stuff like that.
Wrestlers lead the way, baby.
Listen, I can't say nothing. Because they're doing it.
DH, what about for you? Who's like your favorite all time?
I was trying to narrow it down. Mine are, I guess you could say, a little more mainstream. I mean, we know some of the other fighters, but I'm gonna have to go into the UFC. And I was trying to narrow it down between Kamaru Usman and Thug Rose and John Jones. But I'm going to have to, I know it's controversial, but I'm going to have to go with John Jones. Okay. Now, when I say John Jones, I'm talking about purely the fighter.
The fighter.
The things I don't agree with.
In the cage, John Jones. Yeah.
Now, I will say he's human. That's a whole nother, I won't get off on that tangent. He's human. Everybody makes mistakes, but his is on another platform because of his fame and success.
Yeah, it's going to get amplified.
But I'm talking about purely the fighter. But the reason why I say him is because I feel like he found a way he kind of changed, in my opinion, the paradigm when it comes to unorthodox fighting and doing things. We've all trained, we've all fought, we've all done those things, right? And so in any sport or especially combat sports, there's the offense and then there's the counter or there's the defense to it, or when they do this, you do this. They do this, you do this. John Jones was coming out of nowhere. Now it's more popular. Now you have the Israel Adesanyas. I mean, I'm not saying he hasn't been doing it for a while, but you have those people with the unorthodox styles but to my knowledge or to my recollection, John Jones was one of the first or the best at pioneering the unorthodox attacks and what he was doing to get.
He's setting up elbows a lot. He was when I first got to see those over the hand elbows in the clinch. When he first came around
from controls and being able to say. And so just some of the
stuff people weren't doing in MMA.
But exactly, and he still had the good basics. He could still take you down. He still could defend takedowns. He still had the low kicks and could defend and all those different things. But then on top of that, he had that unorthodox that you couldn't really defend.
I remember I just happened to be watching UFC. I don't follow UFC that closely, and I just happened to see see him in his UFC debut. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy throwing these spin back elbows like clean? I'm like, he's got clean Thai boxing.
Yeah.
And then so it didn't surprise me that he ended up being who he is.
Right. Yeah, not at all.
No,
like not at all.
No, it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Somebody who's doing the stand up at a different level than most people were at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And still. So
have you seen? So I know you don't keep up with UFC a lot, but you got to check this guy Hamzat out.
Hamzat, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Watch the fight with him when he fought. I think Li Jingliang. Mm-hmm. Li Jingliang. He comes out. He grabs this guy. He gets him down. He picks him up, walks him over to Dana White, talking. A grown man picks him another grown man. He's walking to the court. Dana White, hey, watch! I smash all these guys. Smash all these guys. Put him down and is beating this dude to death.
During the fight?
During the fight. The guy's insane. He's incredible.
He picked him up like a toddler.
He's incredible. I want to say like there's 3 or 4 fights that he's had, and I think he got out of 4 fights he got hit twice. He got punched twice in 4 professional fights in UFC. It's crazy. The guy's incredible.
Yeah, that's you see. Like the evolution of MMA is really cool to watch.
Yep.
With like before it was like very jiu-jitsu based was like the big thing, and then it was like now it's becoming more like the people who have a strong stand-up base and a strong jiu-jitsu base on top of it.
True MMA fighters.
Yeah, now they're getting like
mixed martial
the
artists.
high level of both.
Right. Yeah,
because they've been training because the sport's been around a long time. So it's actually like we're just
and then you
now
sprinkle in the wrestlers.
Yeah, well then you get that stuff, and you get the people who also did boxing, and you get the people who like it just adds in all these different dynamics.
It does.
Into there.
Those guys are some super athletes.
So let me ask you this then: with the UFC, or I guess mixed martial arts, what have you? Do you think it was a better product? Excuse me, when it first started, when it was style versus style, or do you think it's a better product now with it being mixed martial arts?
Okay, so this hits on we saw like the Demetrius Johnson versus Rodting fight.
Yeah,
it's a freak show fight.
Yeah.
It's entertainment.
Yeah,
that was UFC 1 through
like
exactly what it was.
They're entertainment. It's like there's a guy getting his hair pulled, getting hit in the dick, and losing his teeth. So fighting bare knuckle.
500 pounds versus whatever
180 pounds.
One
whatever.
glove.
Yeah, the guy with the one glove.
Yep. Gi versus wrestling shoes and.
So it's purely entertainment.
Yeah.
It was a challenge for those guys. It was entertainment for themselves. As martial artists, it's like, hey, I need to entertain the thought of can I fuck somebody up with this stuff?
Yeah.
So I think with now like the product is better. It's more of a sport.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I can definitely agree.
There's definitely some things that like the knees to the head on the ground and like soccer kicks to the head. I think that stuff is good, honestly, because if like what it allowed is more free fighting. I understand why they don't do it though. I also understand that.
Well, they also don't do 12 to 6 elbows though. You know what I mean? They don't do 12 to 6 elbows.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I mean, I don't quite understand.
No,
I don't
understand
the not 12 to 6 elbows.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Here in California, Muay Thai, you can't do it unless you're on an Indian reservation. The sanctioning body allows it. Obviously, Arizona allows it. Obviously, Iowa. Places that don't have sanctioning or have lower sanctioning or they recognize those rules, you see it. But I don't get it. The 12 to 6 elbows either.
Yeah, me either. That's it's crazy to me.
Yeah. Well, kind of segueing away from that real quick. Mm-hmm. So for you guys, why do you like Muay Thai? Rico.
I like Muay Thai. Well, first, look, man, I got into Muay Thai because I watch kickboxer.
Oh, cool. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah,
I saw
Bloodsport, man.
What that dude's doing. I want to do what that dude's doing. You know what I mean? So I got into that, and of course, Bloodsport. Paulo Toca. Yeah, I love that. So I just like Muay Thai, man. It just feels to me like just as far as stand-up arts, it just feels like the most complete stand-up art to me. Like it's really, really good stand-up art. And you got to be in shape, but most complete. Because boxing, like no disrespect against boxing, but I just don't consider it to be like a complete martial art. You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys can box. A lot of guys can box. But their stance, they're turned over and they're here and like they're ducking way down.
The target is here, It's like they have to make that target as small as possible.
Yeah, and listen, those guys are incredible. Yeah. Like for real, those guys, like for boxers, they're the hardest punchers in the world. No, hands down. You know what I mean? But when it comes to them fighting like somebody who like a stand-up, like a Muay Thai fighter, good kickboxer. I just don't think it's not the same thing. It's two different sports. Two different sports. So But I like something more realistic. If I had to choose, I would definitely want something more realistic. Like, no disrespect to Taekwondo, karate, outside of Kyokushin karate. Kyokushin karate is pretty brutal too.
Yeah.
But man, I just like, it's just the realism of it. You know what I mean? Respect, techniques are simple. People aren't walking around like, you know, the fake respect and stuff, bowing each other. And
we were talking about that with like some other martial arts.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they look like you said like pigeons like bowing, or penguins or something, right?
Yeah.
So DH, what about you? Why do you like Muay Thai?
When it comes to striking disciplines, I feel like it's the most overall applicable and most practical. Because I can't remember what percentage people say, but a lot of fights, you know, end up either somebody grabbing each other, hugging, or on the ground, right? And so I feel like they call it the art of 8 limbs, so it just gives you more weapons to use depending on what position you're in. And again, I feel like it's more applicable to most situations or most possible physical altercations that you would get in real life and be able to, you know, defend yourself. And also, again, going back to the respect thing, it's such a highly respected and cultural, and that's another thing, the culture that we haven't even hit on the culture of Muay Thai,
is
and what it means, and what, you know, and all the different things that go into, you know, the ins and outs of Muay Thai. It's I mean, it's a whole thing that you can get engulfed in. And even the different levels of bowing, whether it's just ceremonial for the sport of it or the religious aspect of it, you know, and so just both the practicality of the physical aspect and the culture and the respect that comes with it.
Well, it's like I had the Eat Sleep T-shirt wore during like a running race, and we had everybody that was in there. We had like 5 people all wearing Eat Sleep T-shirts, and some guy's like, "I saw you guys out there. I just want to say it's a badass shirt." And I think I'm the only one that knows what that means. But it's like the culture that you learn from it, and then it's like if you know, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it's that inclusivity of it and everything too. If you could fight in any arena in the world, where would it be?
Right now?
Yeah.
One championship.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
When is he? They're supposed to be in Denver this summer.
Yeah, they're doing their first US show.
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna try to go.
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna try to go. Hopefully Janet gets on there. Janet and Jackie.
Yeah,
I'd love to see them on.
Word has it, the executive commissioner of California is not too happy about ONE FC being there because of the knees to the head on the ground for an opponent. That's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say they lost hockey kicks. Like, dude, they got rid of that after like the first 2 events or something like that.
Oh, Lord.
So they're really holding on to it because they're really, you know, they're buddy with Mr. Dana White. You know, and they don't want to have more competition for him. And of course, what California does a lot of other states, they emulate, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if he says something, then all the other states are going to kind of follow suit with the ABC and stuff like that. Right. American Boxing, is it Commission? Is that what it is? I think it's what it's called.
I just feel like right now, like one championship is better than UFC.
Oh, I 100%. Like,
I mean,
they have everything. Yeah, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and
some
MMA.
grappling matches, doing MMA. I mean, I think that's incredible.
They do grappling matches on there?
Yeah, I saw them do. They're doing a couple grappling matches.
That's
too,
cool. Yeah, there's an MMA event today at Chumash Casino. They're doing grappling matches too in between. Yeah, so it's interesting to see like more promotions starting to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's cool because it highlights the art individually, like you would highlight the art of Muay Thai individually, highlight the art of Jiu-Jitsu individually.
Yeah.
You know, the grappling and stuff like that that's in there.
All those arts, incredible.
Wait, you guys ever see is it combat Jiu-Jitsu? Where they a lot of
with
overhand
the splat, yeah.
Hey,
what are your thoughts on that?
Listen. I'm telling you, look, Will Smith.
He'd have been great at it.
Another man ever open hand slaps me, I don't care what is going on.
That's one of the two most disrespectful things.
I can't do it. You can't open hand slap me. You can't spit in my face.
Yep.
Like that. That's it. You can't do those.
It's on site.
You know, I've been avoiding the Will Smith conversation, but I'm sorry, but that shit looked fake as hell.
You think?
It looked fake as hell, man.
The only thing that made it seem like it was real for me was his comments once he got back to his seat.
Yeah.
Considering it was live, well, of course they did editing, but in this day, you know, if somebody's recording it or somebody's going to put it out, which they did. Mm-hmm. So for him to go back and to say the things that he said about keeping his wife's name out of his effing mouth and all the things. That's why I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's
that. And I've seen a couple of things too. Like I saw like Chris Rock's brother got on stage, and he was like, "You hit my brother? You hit my?" And he did another show like the next day. He was like, "You hit my motherfucking brother?" Okay, it's Tupac for the rest of the year. Coming on, he went in on Jaden Will.
Damn.
Went in on him.
Damn.
So yeah, I don't think. I mean, I know a lot of people feel like it was staged and it was fake. And, I can't say for sure whether it
I
was or it wasn't. I wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've seen that. I saw the producer of the Emmys. I was watching the
Oscars.
Of the Oscar. I'm sorry, the Oscars that he was on, and he was talking about how he was he kind of thought maybe something was going on he didn't know about, and they were kind of just doing a joke. And then when he saw that, he said his heart just sank for both of them.
Oh.
His heart just sank, and he was just disappointed and just disgusted. Believe it.
I'm just gonna say this. I appreciate those things for the memes that come out of it. Just like there was like a picture. It was like Will Smith had the Oscar and his Jada next to it. And it's like the joke about getting the statue of a statue of Jada. I'm like, that is cold, man.
Oh my god!
They was rhyming the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air theme. I'll say they rhymed it
with the way you were saying.
The words. Yeah, my mom got scared and said you can't punch Chris Rock because your wife. He said your wife has no hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
As opposed to because you know how mom got scared and said you're moving with your auntie Uncle Bel Air. Mm-hmm. So they mixed those lyrics and the memes and the gifts that come out.
There's this program I just saw. It's called Descript. So it's like, let's say I record your voice a bunch. I could upload it into there. Then I could type it out, and the AI will automatically make it sound like you're talking.
What?
Yeah. So pretty soon you're going to see that kind of stuff where you're going to fake...
What they call it? Because I saw something like a deep fake of Tom Cruise.
Yeah, the deep fake stuff. It's kind of like that, but then with the voice that you can type out, then it can deep fake it. And it can sound just like it.
I'm gonna stay over in this Muay Thai doing this Muay Thai thing.
Yeah.
Just gonna do that.
Stick with the
Muay Thai thing.
Hey friends, AC-Bro812 over on TikTok. Welcome. So if you're listening to this later, you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is you may be listening, don't forget to leave a written review of the podcast. Don't just put the 5-star. Make sure, most people, they fill it out. Really appreciate it. We always appreciate everybody that does it. So jump on there, be one of those people that gets on there too. It helps support the community of Muay Thai. It helps grow the podcast, get more opportunities for everybody. All right.
Yeah.
So for your martial arts academy, how do people find you guys?
So they can find us on Facebook, Rico Steele's Martial Arts Academy. They can find us on Instagram at RS Martial Arts. They can find us on TikTok now. Wow. I said I would never have no TikTok. But here I am.
Here we are.
But you can also find me at RS Martial Arts. And I guess I'm going to be like the smiling guy or something. Because this...
Yeah, that right there. See, people like your smile, man. I told you put it. All of a sudden, it was like, oh shit, dude, you got 4,000 plays.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's crazy.
So, with that, appreciate the hell out of you guys coming on here, getting first podcast on. I'm honored to be a part of your first podcast too.
Yeah, thank you, my brother.
Of course, I'm looking forward to seeing more and more. If you guys are out there, make sure you go follow RS Martial Arts. I'll have the link in the show notes too on the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. If you're on the Discord server, shout out to you guys for jumping in here. And
Thank you guys so much
too.
for joining us.
All right.
Indeed. For the wonderful questions. Appreciate it.
All right, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on iTunes, please go leave a review. It means the world to me if you enjoy the content, if you like hearing about all stuff that has to do with Muay Thai and what we're doing.